April 18th. And for the last 4 years or 5, even a little bit more than that, but lately I have been displaying a decoding system that I understand as it's coming out of and within an interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space, the English alphabet. So, to simplify what this is all about, it's about sanctuary. It's about creating a sanctuary for them that have become or who are interested in their evolutionary process organically as a potential human being. Yes, indeed, babies. Very simple. I could take 3 minutes to just wrap this up, another couple minutes to tell you that's simple. Simple. You have a gadget in your hand, the iPhone, that is offering that sanctuary through financial abode, right? It's a sanctuary. It says in God we trust, and so now what we have, of course, much to the benefit of the enemy who only wants confusion for their enemy, who is our potential, what is our potential to become more and more connected and sovereign, to make every bit of what we have going on, includes a drop of water, be beneficial for our lives. Because if you don't know it by now, you'll know it by the end of this year. I don't know, man. People are walking blind and they don't question, oh, how disgusting and stupid it has gotten. I think of water mainly, how that we cannot hardly give, oh my God, how everything is poisoned. But see, I'm here to tell you, as somebody who's kind of very scientific and it's kind of cold, is that, well, all of it can be washed away and we can start over. And there's plenty of signs that civilizations have been doing this. And I say it's because it's under control of an enemy that is very easily taking resources and raising them up and taking them down and raising them up. Okay, so, but with all of that, here we still are. A 5-pointer is still here. Now, this is what's happening, is that I think that no, it's because what the true purpose is of the creation of the human aperture is for evolution, is for there to be more and more an understanding that there is creators, right? And they can become creator. See, they are creators, but they have to become realized, right? And this is very, very technological. It's nothing as mysterious as what Galileo or any other man is dreaming about. Get a hold of a woman every once in a while. Sorry. Now because that's who is producing the heads that gives the whatever is going on here to work with. So back to sanctuary, what really needs to come through is the God's plans. And now I get a bunch of eye rolls, and it's because you don't know your language, or you don't know how to contemplate you don't know that we can use other words instead of God, and plans, see. And so like and subscribe if you want more information as to what that possibly could be, because it's not hocus pocus. It's all around us. There's a huge offering here as far as the universe is concerned, and that which is playing through the atomic assembly field or plasmatic, very, very small bandwidth of light that we are actually protected by. See, we're in sanctuary now, but there is parasitical overtake, and watch out. So if you would like to create that sanctuary, you do it through your iPhone, and you play the game the financing, which is they want your digits to start identifying yourself as just simply human. See, now it's very difficult. It's a very complex. It's not everybody is human here, babes. Like I was saying in the past, I'm not kidding that it could be only 65 people out of all the nations, 3 in each nation, who are technically awakened, who can see past the barrier of, I was going to say, death and rebirth. See, that's a hell of a scientist there. And those are women. Brings me to the character of Christ Jesus, who they say was just a scientist that apparently held on to the subject matter by just looking. And these are called scientists who can do so, who explain that we do not die. And Christ Jesus, was a woman. There's a lot of people that, if, that little alteration of, in the story, perception, but that story is real because it dates back 2026 years ago in judicial courts of law, and that's not a very long time if you think about how long a year is, and then 2026, it's really not that long. It's really not compared to the space beings up there. I mean, the 250 years is like 3 years for them, hardly. Just a cycle or a sequence. Maybe perhaps they're following the Pluto regenerating and degenerating factor of our organism. So we're facing like being made sick, like moving into dementia and Alzheimer's disease because of all of the metals and shit that they're applying towards the air and everything, towards the organism. So we don't have much time, but see, here I am, and I know this is the obvious, what I found, and what we need to create. If you want, if you know that a sanctuary needs to be created, but how do you do it? You don't go somewhere. Some people are going somewhere, and that's good. Create places that says, we know that there's a problem, but did you know that there's always going to be a problem if our technological base is hijacked? And mainly it's us being hijacked, the humanoid, the human potential. Its language, it needs to brush up on its lingo. It needs to get serious about what it's talking about. And this is what is going to be going on for the next 7 years, starting at the end of April. We have Uranus going into Gemini. Now I'm here to talk to the Geminis. You're about to go through your Kundalini rise. Yep, there's early degree Geminis, and then there's late degree Geminis. And it takes 7 years for the full trek of Uranus to go through. And just hold tight. It's the the early degrees first, and then, and so we go through. And us astrologers and people becoming more aware, but boy, is astrology essential. Astrology is like the only real science behind all other sciences, really, that points at all other sciences. That it's just the possibility of you being able to see, being able to contemplate, and it takes a very highly observant mind, one that has hit and connected to the mind of God, which is Uranus. Uranus is the upper octave of Mercury, which rules the mind, and then there's the mind of God, which is the plasmatic field, reality itself, truth therein being here. Now, have you made an engagement other than with the coffee table on your shin? Do people like that analogy? Well, narcissists are pretty darn accident prone all around. And I don't like the word narcissism because it's not very, very descriptive, and we need to get more descriptive now as to what the hell the possibility is that we're looking at, because there's tons. Uh-oh, is this fucking thing working? Pardon me while I have to look to see if the volume is not jacking us all. Takes a little work here to do this. Now, let's get back to the trick, babes. It's real. I finally got a download, and it's so simple. You want a sanctuary? The sanctuary, babes, what we're talking about is financially, it has to occur. It has to occur that the people of God, these are people that really do know the difference between the mind and the mind of God, whom they make reality their most reliable witness. It's not hard to do. Children have the knack for this, and a lot of children, Aries, depends on where your Aries is, will not give it up. See, I'm an Aries rising. The Aries in general, they're really cool because they can't, right? They're like, wait a minute, no, my head is on my neck, and they're like, I am engaging with the plasmatic field. I know the difference between what's going on in my head and what's going on out there. Really, that's why we love Aries so much, because then they just set their mind aside and then they do it. Hi, Joe Dispenza, wherever you are. He always talks about it. He's like, the mind, the mind, the mind, the mind. It's like, nope. And then he says, and then he goes down to this one point. Get rid of the mind. Now go exercise. Get in your body, do this and that, and start early, and just keep rejecting the mind, but get into your body. Just do it. Just do it. And he's an Aries, but see, the man is looking into their blind spot and they can't see it. I don't know. It's interesting. It is like a finger trying to point back at itself, and it's like, well, what is that? Well, it's like the eye trying to look at itself without a mirror. What is it? Well, it's the mind, I guess. It's a false identity, maybe. It doesn't have to be false. No, see, the problem we have with narcissism is that their minds are vacated of the sense of self. They haven't a good memory there. No, if you see, now getting back to the common disease that's going to keep coming up is dementia, Alzheimer's. For the narcissist, it's for the ones who rely on the mind the most, who in fact they are probably fully encapsulated, is what Sam Vaknin said. So let's get back to this solution, babes. Really passing the torch on. As far as the organism is concerned, here we are, and we are connected to all life here. If we can save ourselves through sanctuary, the money system it's actually offering itself right here. So is what I found, the English alphabet. Somebody would have to figure it out, but it's not hard. I mean, a lot of people are here to help do that. One of the keys, it's so simple. It's not hard for Barbie Tall over here, who has been just kind of not doing the world, but just dialed in on something here. At the very least, babes, I learned how to read, right? I hated school. Oh no, I'm perfectly capable. I gotta back away from you. Oh, you college graduates, the high school graduates especially. I mean, your education, you educated people. Try intelligence that can use all of the resources in such a way that isn't so, because your programming is so fucked up. Now, I am hoping that this gets to at least one small child, and what I've been displaying, which I'll keep displaying it kind of rises and falls within me. I'm getting no good support. I'm getting plenty of people that want to hold me and keep me like a chicken, but they're not really supporting my full on, like they can't really, they're not birds of a feather, let's just say that. Not really. And I would love to think that people can understand what I'm saying and that they're here for who I am, and instead of to take from me energetically. But proof is in the pudding when I'm being drained all the time and I can hardly play my fucking guitar after a while. Get the hell off of me, parasites. You are not celebrating who I am. I'm sorry, but too much closeness there, because now it's not, what am I getting out of it? Are you getting anything out of it besides for just plugging into my energy and then walking all amazing around, and I am laying in bed fucking depressed and dying here? Okay, so getting back to sanctuary. Don't you want your own money? Your own day? Your own resourcing? Your own, how about this? Your own people. I don't know about you, but it's like, whoa, man, this is fucked up. I'm an Aries rising. Aries people are like this. Okay, so we have good energy, yes. We might be kind of attractive, right? We want you. We are coveted. You want us on our team because we're strong or resilient or whatever. But you know what? No, we don't go to you. You come to us. Come to Christ, baby. And it's kind of ridiculous where I am. Yes, I admit. I'm thinking, okay, so I got to get out and at least mingle and meet new people. But babes, why aren't you using social media for the purpose of going beyond, say, like, okay, my neighborhood is very dangerous. I can't count on anybody for a goddamn drop of sweat, not if it was 120 degrees. And we needed moisture because that's a human thing to do, and I don't think that they are human here. Oh, I'm putting them to the test right now. If any of them are watching, no, you have failed. You're all failing each other. You guys are actually dangerous. It's a dangerous society, though. Hey, I'm backing away from it and saying sanctuary, sanctuary, babe. Some place where, okay, can an artist rise up and actually bring back what music, or bring into focus what music is really supposed to be doing for us? And throw all that other shit out that money has been doing, whatever the paper money has been doing, the paper life. Fuck it, get into your electric body. You go on here and you accumulate constituents and or friends. That's an obvious to me. And there's only two types. There's one who are funny and they have a sense of humor. They're called friends. They're called human beings. Human. Humor. They have humor that is different than the non-human. And you know it, babes. You know, it kind of hits your funny bone for everybody. George Carlin was not everybody's cup of tea, but neither is mankind. That's a man up there. A woman could talk some trash against the government and the way it's appearing, the way it looks, but imagine how deep she can go when she starts talking about, and I'm the one who brings it in and out.